Why did I do this to myself? I really had no intentions of seeing this sequel. I remember thinking what everyone was saying to the original Avatar. Cool technicals, nothing groundbreaking in the story elements. I don't think there's anything more to dissect with that initial film that hasn't been said before. So why did I end up seeing this 200-minute movie? What could possibly attract me to do this? Was it I wanted to return to Pandora? No. 4DX. Avatar in 4DX sounds like the only way I could have stomached this film. If you don't know what 4DX is, it's a viewing experience that Regal offers where it claims to be the future of cinema. It was done to combat streaming services and bring a unique experience back to the theater. Your seats will move along with the film. It turns the movie into a literal amusement park. Scorsese is an absolute shambles. You also get sprayed with water, there's wind in your ears, a cold breeze enters when it's windy on the screen. You can imagine how much water I was getting sprayed with during the showing of Avatar 2, The Way of Water. I just want to be transparent with my viewing experience because I'll admit it, there were times where it was just really hard to focus because these machines would make noise with every arrow, every bullet shot in my ears. My seat moved so much my eyes would sometimes just stare at the ground. It also scared me just to get up and go pee because I was scared if I were to move that my seat would just fly me away. I defend my decision to see this in the most obnoxious format imaginable because other than that, this film is truly one of the biggest snooze fest a techie blockbuster can be. I know, truly groundbreaking criticism here. A 3-hour movie was long and boring. I swear I got more than that. Avatar: Way of Water is a pretty simple film to explain to people asking for the plot. Sky people are back as blue avatars and want to kill Jake Sully. Sully then decides to move his family to an island where the locals are masters in water. How does this plot occupy 200 minutes of your time? I can't tell you, and I just watched this movie. When the Sullys decide to pretty much invade the water people, the movie delves into this really annoying formula. Cultural differences leading to fights with the Sullys. About 90 minutes of this movie is just little incidents between the Sullys and water people, and it's so repetitive. I get it, they're bullying the newbies, and then there's gonna be a solution where everybody gains a little respect for each other. I don't remember anyone's name, but the crazy son gets screwed over by the water locals, and he's in the middle of the ocean swimming away from this huge-ass fish. The movie shows him sinking to the floor, the sea floor, then the movie cuts to black, and he's safely above water. I'm sorry, you have to show me how this happened. James Cameron, you could not just cut to black and everything be alright. There are several baffling decisions made by the script, and I also want to say this before I get into these decisions. Even the technicals were distracting at times. The first 90 minutes of this movie were borderline unwatchable. The amount of times the frame rates change and it goes from like a normal movie to a video game cutscene is just so distracting. Seeing people hurdle objects with motion smoothing at a high frame rate takes me out of your movie. I'm sorry if that seems a little ridiculous. You can watch this movie and not think twice about that kind of stuff, but I can't. The changing frame rates kind of get smoother as the movie goes, but I still can't forgive the first 90 minutes. The amount of times that people are fighting in this third act and give up such a good advantage is baffling. Jake Sully is right behind the corporal with a weapon and he decides to put the boat on fire instead.
He's behind me, isn't he?
He blows up the boat with his family on it. When he could have just taken out the colonel, you know, the head honcho behind wanting his family dead so bad. I also hate when clever plot points aren't utilized to its full potential. I love the idea that Spider is a human and can't breathe normally in these circumstances, and when he's taken prisoner, he has a mask that tracks his location. Perfect, boom. Now where's the payoff? He escapes later and is by Sully's family, and they don't even mention that they have Spider's location pinned or anything. This film takes no bold decisions with its plot whatsoever. It sacrifices the most expendable family character to try and fuel some emotions for the third act, but the dude had like 5 lines in the movie, I swear to God. You killed the quiet family member and no one else. Well, you killed a whale and that's about it. This is a pretty raw rant and I'm probably missing plot points, but to be fair, I don't think anything insane is going on here. Bad guys are chasing good guys on the run. I still won't accept the fact that the water locals would just accept Jake Sully into their community because he's a good dude or whatever. He knows they're on the run from people that want anyone involved with him dead. Why would you accept him among your community? Look, I don't want to take from anyone's enjoyment of this film, but if I see it again, it'll just because I want to show my friends how ridiculous 4DX is. Like, I understand you want to just go see a bunch of like cool colors for like, you know, fucking 3 hours apparently. I need a little more from my movies. Also, let's be clear, there's no reason for 3D technology in movies, and there's a reason why it's been aged out. I'll give this like a 5 out of 10, and that seems generous. Good night.